Picture this, an artist drops what they think is their masterpiece. They poured everything into it. Months of writing, perfecting every detail, getting the mix just right, mastering on point. The song drops, and it's a flop. The streams are low, the playlists aren't picking it up, and the rollout quietly dies. But then, somewhere halfway across the world, an unknown bedroom producer randomly discovers the song. They throw it into their pirated FL Studio at 3 a.m., speed up the tempo, pitch up the vocals, add their own twist, and upload a remix without asking anyone. And that version explodes. It's climbing charts, getting played in packed clubs, going viral on TikTok. People are singing along, dancing to it, and most of them don't even know it's a remix. Now here's where it gets interesting. Some artists see this happening and lean into it. They embrace the remix, collaborate with the producer, and ride that wave all the way up. They turn an accident into their biggest career moment. And we're starting with a perfect example. A track that shows exactly how fast your song can stop being yours and become something entirely different. Now, in case you couldn't tell, that's not Ellen DeGeneres in the thumbnail. It's the mask from the I Took a Pill in Ibiza video. Let's break it down. Mike Posner was basically done. It's 2015 and he didn't have a real hit since Cooler Than Me back in 2010. He's watching his career die while everyone else is blowing up around him. So he gets brutally honest. He writes this raw acoustic confession about the lowest point of his life, the night he took ecstasy in Ibiza just to try and impress Avicii, and that opening line was completely literal.
And I got to Ibiza, it was like the saddest thing ever. I was just there alone, like, look at all these people having fun. And the next day, Avicii came, he played the show, and I was in the crowd, and I started just getting fucked up. I'm looking at him on the stage, and I was thinking, like, man, like, I fucked this up, man. Like, that used to be me. I was hoping somebody would recognize me to, like, validate, I don't know, make me feel good, like I wasn't a failure. And lo and behold, these guys did. Hey, are you fucking Mike Posner? I was like, yeah. They were like, you want to take one of these? And I was like, yeah. He gave me a thing. I don't even know what it was.
It was literally just a pill.
A pill in Ibiza.
Yeah. Holy
I
shit.
took it, and yeah, just like the song said, I had this night, nothing really happened.
The original track is basically Posner and a guitar pouring his heart out about how empty fame made him feel. He dropped it on an EP called The Truth in April 2015, and nothing. The song goes completely unnoticed except by his most hardcore fans, but his label, Island Records, hears something in this track. They're like, this song has potential, but it needs something. So they send the stems out to remixers, and it lands with this Norwegian duo called Seeb.
We wanted to take this great lyric that Mike had written and the melody and put it into a different context. We kind of felt it was kind of slow.
So we just took it up from 75 to 100 BPMs, much faster, giving Mike's voice a more trippy vibe to it. Yeah, and put in a more electronic house, more tropical house vibe to it.
And then it explodes. The Seeb remix goes #1 in the UK for 4 straight weeks, hits #4 in the US. It becomes Posner's highest chart position ever. It racks up over 1 billion streams on Spotify, 1.7 billion views on YouTube. It becomes the defining Ibiza anthem of 2016, which is actually hilarious considering the song is literally an anti-party anthem. Posner went from washed up one-hit wonder to Grammy-nominated comeback story overnight. But it wasn't really his comeback, it was Seeb's creation that saved his career. They became the hottest remixers in the game off the back of flipping one depressed guy's acoustic confessional into a global smash. Now this next song has an even crazier story behind it. Roses by St. John was originally released back in 2016, and if you heard the original version, you probably wouldn't even recognize it today. It was moody, mid-tempo trap song. St. John's vocals were low, raspy, and drenched in reverb. It had this dark, almost haunting vibe to it. It was cool, but far from club ready. Now fast forward a few years, halfway across the world in a small town in Kazakhstan, a 19-year-old railway worker named Iman Bek hears Roses on a Russian social network and decides to flip it. All he used was an old laptop, FL Studio, and a pair of cheap earbuds. He pitches up St. John's vocals, speeds the track up to 122 beats per minute, then drops in this catchy bass-heavy house beat that completely transforms the song. He turned this eerie, atmospheric trap song into a summer hit.
I got a shout out to I'm in debt. The producer, DJ who remixed the record, really gave it a whole new life. He deserves a round of applause. I mean, for real. He's from, if I'm incorrect, I think he's from Kazakhstan. I think he heard the record because it was big in Russia, and he put his spin on it. And here we are. I think it's a hit record. I don't know if it's a gold or platinum record yet. I got to go do the math. But it's definitely a hit record. It's top 40. Number one in the UK, number one in Dublin.
But to be number one on a dance chart.
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't necessarily aim. I didn't say, yo, I'm gonna aim for that. I didn't say, yo, dance too. I might have left that one off accidentally, and then, like, God reminded me, yeah, you forgot this one. Oh, okay, let's start there.
The remix goes viral globally. It charts in over 20 countries. By the end of 2020, it's one of the most streamed songs in the world with over 1 billion streams on Spotify. And just like with Ibiza, most people have no idea the remix is a remix. St. John ended up embracing the moment, even putting the remix on his next album. But the legacy of Roses belongs to a teenager from Kazakhstan who couldn't even get a reply to his Instagram DM when he first tried to get the rights cleared. Aman Beck went from the train station to the Grammy stage and actually ended up winning the Grammy for the best remixed recording in 2021.
Thanks my mom, thanks my dad, thanks my team, thanks my label Effective Records, thanks my manager Kirill, thanks Grammy. Look at the label. Here you go, Grammy, go!
But the Roses remix wasn't the only one to completely outperform the original. A few years before that, a chill reggae track from Jamaica got a remix, and it became one of the biggest summer anthems of the decade. Omi released Cheerleader in 2012 and it went absolutely nowhere. Not because it was bad, the opposite actually. It had smooth vocals, great melodies, that easy reggae groove, but it wasn't a hit. It was just too slow. Nice for a chill reggae track, but not something that was gonna dominate the charts. Radio wasn't impressed. Fast forward to 2014, Felix Jan, a young German DJ and producer who was barely 19 at the time, gets his hands on Cheerleader and decides to remix it. He took Omi's forgotten track and completely rebuilt it.
Let's talk a little bit about Cheerleader and how that even came about for you.
Yeah, I mean, Cheerleader was originally a reggae pop song released in 2012 by singer Omi. The record company sent it to me. I really loved the vibes, asked for the a cappella, and then I created the remix, like made it a lot faster first of all, used the vocal, built a new track around it, and then it just suddenly started blowing up in Europe and then taking over the world, and pretty much it's like, it's been a huge hit this year, it's crazy.
When the remix dropped in 2014, it completely erased the original from memory. Radio stations played the remix version. Streaming platforms featured it. By 2015, the remix was pulling off numbers that seemed impossible. Number 1 in 20 countries, 6 weeks at the top of the Billboard Hot 100. Billions of streams.
How does that feel? Number 1.
It feels great. I mean, words can't express. You know, me lost for words.
You're getting emotional right now. It's okay on me. Just let it out.
You know, but it's very overwhelming, and I have to say that I'm very grateful for it. I always say that I'm a fan of my fans. Don't forget it, Sweden. I love you very much. If it wasn't for you, hey.
It turned Omi into a household name for a song that was now only half his. The success was massive. Billboard called it the Song of the Summer in 2015, and it's another reminder, sometimes a song is already great, it just needs the right beat to meet the world. We've seen remixes that rebuild the whole song, new tempo, new genre, new audience, but this next one is different. It keeps the original almost intact and just makes it hit harder. In 2003, Tedder sat at his dad's piano in Colorado and wrote Apologize. He finished the hook and the verse the same day. To keep time while recording, he looped an MPC beat because he didn't know how to set up a metronome in Pro Tools, and that drum loop ended up becoming a part of the song. Coachella Week 2006, Columbia Records, a major label, drops One Republic, Katy Perry, and the Jonas Brothers. The band arrives at Coachella already knowing it's over.
I mean, it was an interesting Coachella because we played like at 12:30 in the afternoon. It was terrible, but it was the year that Daft Punk headlined. It was Daft Punk and Madonna. So it was a crazy party. It was insane. By the time Coachella rolls around and we are ready to launch the album, everyone at Columbia Records top down gets fired. There's a cleaning of the house at Columbia Records, and we get told that we're getting dropped because they are tightening the budgets, and any act that is not generating money at this point, they're just gonna call it a loss and write it off. They dropped us. They dropped Katy Perry. They dropped Jonas Brothers. All of us.
On the way to Coachella.
This is the week of Coachella.
Wow.
Yeah, this is the week. Like, I'm going to Coachella realizing that we are, done.
Ryan Tedder goes home, opens up MySpace, changes the official One Republic page to unsigned, and uploads Apologize and Stop and Stare. Within weeks, they're the top unsigned band on the site, and record labels start calling.
I said, suck it, and went straight to MySpace, went to the One Republic page, changed our status from signed to unsigned, independent, and immediately I uploaded Apologize and Stop and Stare. Within 60 days or less, it was probably like 30 days of posting Apologize, Stop and Stare on MySpace, we were the number one unsigned band in the world, artist in the world.
Incredible.
We go number one. The phone rings off the hook. Every label came after us. Every label, including the label that dropped us.
Timbaland sees the buzz and adds Apologize to his 2007 album Shock Value. He doesn't add a new verse or anything like that. He just tightens the drums and cleans the mix so it hits on radio, and it absolutely blows up. It spends months in the US top 10, hits number 1 across multiple countries, and in a class move from Timbaland, he takes zero publishing. Tedder keeps it all. That decision changes everything for Ryan.
Timbaland was so big too that a lot of the credit just went to him. Like, people thought it was his song. And the truth of the matter is, he when they called me about the publishing splits, I was just grimacing. I was ready to just be like, I'm gonna get creamed on this. They're gonna take half the song or more. And the manager calls and goes, Tim doesn't want to take any publishing, buddy.
Wow.
He's not gonna touch it. He's like, it's your song. You wrote it. You played him that song like 2 years ago. Like, he's not trying to take food off your table. He produced the remix. You wrote the song. Like, so he's not taking any publishing. It was that clean. And he let me keep 100% of that record. And that changed my life. And he said, he's like, you need it more than I do. I'll give Tim props to the rest of my life for that, because that was a life changer for me. That's how I bought a house.
So here's the thing about remixes, they can completely change everything. A bedroom producer with a cracked version of FL Studio can turn your flop into a global hit. Sometimes the right person just needs to hear your song at the right moment. Mike Posner, St. John, Omi, One Republic, they all learned the same lesson. Your song might need to become something totally different before it finds its audience, and that's fine. What's your favorite remix of all time? Drop it in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.